by Zion as they push them over into the midfield, and a bit of a stall in early momentum coming in from Acer, but that didn't last too long as the bounce shot from the bottom
is there. Miffin with a nice tap over to Dwagon. Dwagon looking for somebody on Nest. Blade picks it up. Jukes out Zion again, going for a shot on goal's a little bit high, but it's picked up by...
Yeah, nice scoop up there, battling for ball control in the midfield. Gonna go the way of Acer as they now press their advantage here. 3v3, they don't matter. The shot gets...
Dino Nuggies picks that up and is now taking it back up sidewalk. Dino's got Zion right in front of him open, but looks like he's gonna go high. Looking to hit Tinu over the goal. Tinu going in, and that is the first point on the board.
The zone, he's gonna bring that up the sidewalk. He has Dwagon behind him. He's going to hold it, though. He's going to shoot it. Dwagon takes out the goalie. And Blade makes it 1-0 for Acer.
And that shot doesn't quite go in.
RTB now is going to flip it down to the other side. That ball's coming in hot. Will it? Off the Taras bar and goes in. We're tied 1-1.
Get the ball back to Kangi, but RTB is there for another interception as this defense resets on the Acer side.
When Dino Nuggies takes a shot, the rebound there is Diffin.
Off that wall, trying to get it out, and it goes over to Blade. Blade coming in hot from up top. He throws it down. There's Smith in there with the one-timer. 1-0. Acer up.
Picks it up. Miffin trying to take it out, but RTB's there to throw a wrench into everything. RTB trying to take it back. Dino Nuggies looking for a shot on goal and makes it, tying up this match.
Looking in the corner, has Kangi on the backboard, sees Miffin, throws it in though, right on the goal. Dwagon puts it in. 2-1. Acer retakes the lead.
Tries to get into the goal, but Blade gets a hand on it, sending the ball just a little bit too high for them to keep possession of. RTB with another shot on goal, squeezes by Miffin and barely makes it into the goal.
Round 4, and Acer is not making that easy.
No, sir. Now we got Blade coming in hot. He throws it down. There's Miffin. Miffin shoots, but RTB with the huge...
Miffin can't get there for the attempt on goal. Blade's taking it high. Blade's taking it low. Blade's taking it all over the place, around the defense, over the top of the defense, and into the goal, setting Acer up by 1 point.
There to pick it up, knocked out of their hands, unfortunately. It's a bit of a scramble, so you can keep possession the longest. Xenox is able to pick that back up, picking it over to the right bridge, passing over to their teammate as they go for a goal, but it's...
He's up on that corner. He cuts in. He has Mozzie there. He jukes and jabs, and he puts it in. Puts it in off Hicks. 1-0. Riptide gets the first points of the match.
That's a nice replay. That's a 3-player juke. A 1v3 right there. Left, right, shot on goal past the goalie. Offensive joust quickly answers back, though. We don't need
players in that goal crease on that last one. Just Xenox now coming in. Passes that across. Niblix is there, but quiet. Able to come in and pop that down to the other side. They're going to check number 2. Going to get checked off. Here comes Mozzie. Mozzie trying to get it off the wall. It's up top. Loose. Pigeon's there. Pigeon swooping in. Here comes Pigeon. And another spot save coming in. Has to reset into the sewers. Opts to keep it wide. And coming around. Cuts into the middle. Goes up top. Feeds over to Justina. Who puts it in. Red and A goes up. 1-0.
Nemblex has the ball, bring it over to the left side, going onto the Riptide side, bring it right on up, hitting a ceiling card, passing over to Xenog, but it just doesn't go in with quiet.
This offensive pressure down, forcing the team to not overcommit. Ren NA doesn't want to extend more than 3 out onto the attack, and they got to rely on plays like that from Nemblex to put points on. Huge save from Mozzie, and again, defense shining. Here's a huge pass to Green Pigeon, a long-range pass that sets them up to get past the defensive front line to get
away. He's going to throw it back, and right to Mozzie. Mozzie shoots, and Mozzie actually facing the goal will put it in. Riptide goes up 1-0.
Hitting some beautiful ceiling cards as they go for the goal, passing it up to Quiet. Quiet goes for the goal, and it's just a bit wide as Mathix gets it out of there. Pigeon goes for another score, but it's just a bit wide. And
we're going to bring that in up the curb, and looking around and cutting in, throws it over to Nemblex. Nemblex shoots and picks the corner. We're tied at 1 here in round number 3.
Here as a good pass sequence comes in, everyone on the attack. Whisper able to pick up the rebound, a rebound they needed because they committed so hard to this attack. Everyone pushed forward here, and it pays off with a great pass.
It's into an overtime, or if Ren is going to be up 1 against Riptide's 2. Green Pigeon is in the area, that's where he loves to be. Bounces off the ceiling, passes their teammate, and they bring it in, tying it up. Bringing it.
Chainsaws carves together, comes down, shoots, won't go into the open goal, and there we go. Red NA, they're forcing round number 4.
in these top tier games on the NA side. Not just this series, but the last series too. It's been really solid defensive work, and as I say that, Nemblex jukes through the front
zone. He's taking it up top. He cuts back into the middle. He has no solutions, but he holds it and he fires it. Quiet ties it up at 1. Riptide and Ren. Let's go.
Pick it up, but fumbles it out of their hands, giving Nemblex the chance to pick it up onto Halo. They hit a beautiful ceiling carve. We'd love to see it. It's a double ceiling carve. They go down for the goal, making it 2-1 on the time.
But here we go. Quiet has it. He's going to bounce off the wall. He's coming in on that goal, and he's going to find the angle. Riptide reties it up. Back and forth we go. Mozzie has some speed. Here he comes. Mozzie throwing it at that open goal. It's bouncing. It's rolling. Mozzie ain't going to miss that. 3-2. Riptide takes the lead.
You know, we really haven't seen a lot of open goals so far today. Simply put, the defense has been standout across both teams, and that is because they've been on the backline press.
Or somebody over the top of goal, but there's nobody there, and Boo's going to take it out now, looking over the top of Mound, trying to get toward the goal. It's a 1v1 on the goal with Fly. Takes a shot, but Fly's able to block it.
Possession into the hands of Formula 3, maybe an opportunity for them to get some offensive pressure. No, Gamer on the back line, intercepts and fires it in for the first goal of Gangster Gatos.
Ceiling carving the slow lob over to Pinata in the corner. Pinata not quite able to get the handling that they want on the ball, but Salvatore takes it up to the top, and Pinata takes it in for 1 point on the board. With the Gamer's going to bring the ball back down toward their side for a nice reset. Tries to get the reset through, but it bounces off the geometry, ending up in the hands of Pinata. Pinata goes for a shot, and it's just a little bit wide. Salvatore takes it in for the follow-up, though, and that is...
Comes up, and it gets swatted into the center area.
Yeah, trying to get a little control here. Monster Dash, an opportunity and an open goal. Everyone dove out in their leads. It's not a big lead that they won 2-1 in last round. They have a 1, they're down a point here as they do tie it up 1-1. They minimize
momentum toward the goal, but it's Lala that's there with interception. Boo snags it right out of their hands. Boo taking it back for a 1v1 and squeezes it in past Monster Dash, giving Formula 3 the lead in this.
Gamer though coming right back. Gamer working it deep into the zone, takes on the whole team. It goes coast to coast. 2-2 thanks to Gatos. They're purring now.
Ultimately a solid bit of goalie work, and you know, you gotta hit your shots. It's hard to hit those pinpoint shots to get around what is a solid defensive line, but maybe they can do it here as Ooh La La reaches out and
oh man, this F3 team is just absolutely going for him here. Boo's taking it up high. Boo's looking for somebody down to get it to, but Lala with another excellent save. Lynch trying to get it in. Another defensive looking for somebody down to get it to, but Lala with another excellent save. Lynch trying to get it in. Another defensive block, and Pinata just trying to get back for that reset, trying to avoid these defenders, and it's just over on the attack yet again. Boo's taking it over onto the right, waiting for something to develop, going a little bit high. Nice ping down to Pinata, who puts it into the goal, locking in this second round for Formula 3.
81 looking sharp in that polka dot pattern with those kitty ears. Coming in hot, fires over to Monster, and Monster smashes it in. Gangster Gatos up 1-0.
Or is F3 going to answer back here?
F3 just not quite seeing what they want, but Lynch does go on the attack. Lynch tries to take it in and squeezes by 2 defenders, putting a point on the board. And
that intercept path as soon as it came. Really good stop, but ultimately it goes back into Gangster Gato's hands and back into the goal of Formula 3. It's a 2-1 lead for
something over Ness, trying to get it to Lala. Boo's taking it. Pinata's taking it. Almost looked like an own goal there. And it's Slug who's going to take it up top, trying to get it in and squeezes it in for Gangster Gatos here. Slug's going to take it out on Ness. Got Gamer open on the left. Got a nice little reset pass there. Tries to get over to Gamer. Gamer not able to do. Oh, flips it in, and that looks like a little bit of a self goal there. That
at this point, this Gangster Gatos squad wants to push it further. F3 want to put a point or 2 on the board. They want to say, hey, look at this. And that was a nice.
Also fighting Gamer, tries to get it over to Boo, but Boo had already moved, and it's going to end up in the hands of Slug. Slug waiting for a reset, trying to get to Gamer. Boo is there, though. Pinata's there, and they squeeze it into a goal of Halo. Salvatore capitalizes on that, picking it up, dodging Gamer yet again. Nice pass over to Pinata. Pinata taking it down, tries to go under the defense, but Lala's having none of that.
Salvatore's there. Speedy robot number 2 coming in hot. He has a lane. Here he comes. Salvatore scores. 2-0 Formula 3. Their lead.
This lead. I wonder how they're going to battle back against this 2-0. That was a good offensive joust that almost ended in a quick point back, but doesn't quite. Monster Dash with the rebound says, I'll finish things up. They've scored a point. They're looking to make it 2 in a row, but it's challenging because Formula 3 are also countering with aggression, countering by pushing past their back line and finding open.
Going to miss it, but Gamer's a little bit mad about that. He's trying to take the ball. Oh, but immediately gets it stolen by Pinata. Pinata in a 1v1, tries to extend it, and it bounces through the goal. Wow, but
Salvatore looking for one more. Holds it. Now fires it down with that underhand. Will it? Boom! It goes in. Salvatore. 56.5 meter bomb.
Looking to put another one on the board to wrap it up, and it's going to be 6-1 in round 4. Formula 3 taking the series in this best of 5, and Gangster Gato's going.
They picks it back up, bring out to the right claw, looking for another opening.
Boom! And he jumps to the sky and he slaps it in. Little Steven makes it 1-0.
Was a textbook backhand. You love to see shots like that. Sometimes they generate the fastest shot. I feel like that'll thread the needle. And what an offensive rollout coming.
Little Steven pinches in from that back line. He's to bring that down to the ground. Here comes Little Steven. Juke and Jabba going up, and he puts it in. Ignite up 2-1.
To score a couple more points. So Rapid, if they can put up a couple of Rapid points. That's a good cross pass to Average, who fires it in down to their opponent. Who was that?
Slip taking the ball right on into the sky, bounces off the ceiling, goes down to Pads. Pads tries to get that in. Little Steven's able to recover it. Little Steven has been the MVP of this round for Ignite.
Across, and it's going to be wide of Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth now going to try and get momentum going here with a good pass to Copy Co. A wonderful.
Each bit of the UIs moving down with each other. We 3-3 a minute on the board. Let's see if Slip can pass over to Baz. Baz bounces it in, making it 4.
Doing a good job there. Sweet Tooth, though, coming right back, coming in on Baz, and he just flips it over. 4-4. We're on a barn burner now, clipping those farms.
Score after score after score for both sides as we stay tied 4-4. 20 seconds left. Swagwar with a good cross pass. They're going to look to fire it over to Little Steven, but it's saved from a Sweet Tooth. They bat it away.
To Baz. Baz bounces off the ceiling onto Ness, going right for that goal, pass it over, and it's a beautiful downward shot, giving that point to Ignite. As the ball now getting it out of their area while also evading Rapids players. Swagger just bouncing up in the air, passing over to Baz. Baz able to get that before one Rapids can take it. They try and go in, but Sweet Tooth.
That ball around, going to cut in towards the middle. He holds it, now he flips it over to Average. Average coming in on that goal. Average shoots with that goalie taken out. 1-0. Rapid has the lead.
Here comes in from Ignite, but doesn't find fruition. Average scoops it up from the top. Swagwar intercepts the back clear, and suddenly there's an open goal. Tied 1-1.
Kind of intercepting that pass there. Baz tries to recover it, goes for a slap, but it doesn't quite connect.
Swag now working that in the sky. He throws it down. There's Baz, and what a save from Sweet. Shoots it. Sweet Tooth again. Able to deny it. Little Steven trying his best to get it in. He comes free, and the ball just pops free, and it's going to be cleared out of the zone.
The zone of Ignite trying to put a point on the board to push the lead, but Baz says no thanks.
Oh.
I'm going to take a long shot, and it's maybe one of our longest. Not quite, but 58.5 in to put Ignite on the lead.
Back to the action.
We have 2 minutes left in the round. Ignite up by 1. It's still anyone's game. Sweet Tooth bringing it on over. Anoyama. We have about a minute left. Let's see if Rapid can get that final point, making it into another overtime. We love to see those. And they can. Oh no, it can't. Ignite.
To the ground. Now up the sidewalk has Baz. He feeds Baz. Baz coming in from the sky. He throws it in and from a crazy angle off Noyama. Ignite up 1-0.
From this team. To get through that defense, you have to work so hard. As Slip here with a big intercept suddenly puts their team back onto the attack.
Ness, Little Steven is there to grab that, passing it over to Baz. Baz has it, passing it down on to Slip's hands as they make it in, making it 3-0.
Fending off a continuous assault from Ignite, who's put up 3 points in fast succession. We still have 2.5 minutes left on the clock and almost a 4th point there, but
now Swag gets back. Swag has a bunch of speed, too much speed. Maybe Noyama's there, and Noyama gets Rapid on the board. There we go.
Copy Co loses control of the ball for a quick second to be able to quickly re-grab it as they get a beautiful stealing card. We love to see those. They're going down for the goal, and they do make it 2.
This aggressive defense trying to get a hold of this ball so they can push and try and put up this final point they need, because Ignite are looking to finalize things here as it bounces around inside there.
Get that shot off. Good defense there from Dino Nuggies.
They reached out to try and swat it in, but they couldn't quite find it. They'll find that one, though. A great rebound and the ball over into the corner where Dino Nuggies on the back line dives out and intercepts. Tries the cross pass back to their teammate Whisper, intercepts, and in a huge mistake, a big suddenly arises.
Ren extending their lead here, but I don't think Nixon is out just yet. Dino Nuggies is taking it now, trying to get the ball just upfield. Gets the Killers, and Killers with a quick and snap.
He flips that over. Here comes Tino with some speed. Tino with RTP there, fires it across. RTP flips it up. Dino Nuggies gets that bounce shot to go. We're tied at 2, baby.
Bouncing it off the corner there, trying to thread the needle. Whisper with a fast rebound, suddenly sealing, carving past 2 and past Tinu.
And it's going to go around the corner. Killers flips that back into the middle. He hits Dino Nuggies. Dino Nuggies cuts in. He shoots and he scores. Dino Nuggies ties it up at 1.
You can put together solid pass work, you're going to find success in this losers bracket. And that was a really good sequence that put them up 1-1. And oh, a huge save there, but no, the follow-up.
For a second, number 50. He's going to flip that over to Killers. Killers can't pick it up. Here comes Tino with some speed. Tino trying around the corner, finds Dino Nuggies. Dino Nuggies puts it in. We're tied back at 2.
Attack, and suddenly we're tied 2-2. Here comes again the offensive rollout, but it's a little bit slower. And this time, denied, no, followed up on the relentless assault.
Tino picks up that ball with a bunch of speed. Here comes Tino on that goal, and with that goalie taken out. Boom! Nixus giving Ren a little taste of their own medicine. They go up 1-0.
That's a great early opener, exactly what I said they need. But the question is, can they stop the answer back? Because Ren and A are...
Jump, but Nemblix isn't falling for it. Tries to get it over to Tinu. That pass is intercepted by Whisper. Whisper taking it back high. Whisper knows he's got to get to the goal quick to take advantage of that one-on-one with the goalie, but it is...
Gets hydrated from that boost juice. Now he's working it through that neutral zone. He's coming in on that goal. Nemblix cut it, and he does. He puts it in, going coast to coast. Ren's up 2-1.
With Nixus, they weren't quite ready for that. They are looking for a quick answer back, though, and they're in the zone of Ren and A, so to tie it 2-2 would certainly be nice. Tinu with a great setup, floats it.
Get that out. He gets by with some speed. He's working that into the zone. He comes in from the wing. He fires it over to Average. No, it's a self pass, and he puts it in. Sweet Tooth on fire right now. From the Gatos. Now Gamer working it through the trenches, coming out through the sewer. He's working that the other way. He's trying to cut into the middle. He does, and what a save there from Sweet Tooth.
That in, but it's just a bit too wide. Ooh, picking that ball back up, hitting a beautiful wall carves, and stealing a double one, in fact. They go for the goal, knocking it in.
Here we go, a little chicken jockey action to start off this launch. Sweet Tooth has that ball in that extra speed. Sweet Tooth jams it in. 2-1, Rapid retakes the lead.
Down through the sewers and try and juke out 4 on the bottom floor. It's not going to be easy, so they'll fly high and try and slap it down through the gaps in coverage, and Monster Dash follows it up.
The Gangster Gato's side foot is able to grab that back up, weaving through one of Rapid's players, again being closely followed behind, but they are just too quick. They go for the goal, but it's knocked out of their hand.
And that ball's going to be directed and picked up by Gamer. Gamer circles around. He fires up, and Monster with the one-timer. Woo-hoo-hoo! Gangster Gato's tied up at 2.
Quite get it as it's now down under the sewers with Gamer having the ball again, closely followed behind. Comico is right there. They're trying to go for it. Oh, but it's just a bit wide. They can't quite make it in, but Monster's there. Oh, it's almost...
Try at it. Now he feeds it ahead, finds foot. Number 11, bringing that in from the sky. He holds it, he fires it, and there's 2 in that goal, and Copy's able to keep that out.
Defensive save, and again the back line from Rapid shining here as they fend off and then attack. A wonderful sequence that puts the team
that pressure on. Speedy Gangster Gatos working that into the zone, coming in on that step. He shoots and he picks the corner. What a shot. Gamer makes it 1-0 Gangster Gatos.
Through what has been a very solid back line is a solid job there from the Gangster Gatos side, and up early now 1-0. Can they make it another? No, Copy goes.
Rapid is really trying to play the defense here, keep their 1 in the overall best out of 5. Again, it's still anyone's game. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
And now gets turned around, brings it in off the curb. Little hand, ha-cha-cha, holds it, brings it down, fires, and it's denied by Rapid.
To tie this thing up right now, 1-0. It's not a big lead, but it is a lead that needs to be chipped away. Is a good cross to average here. Back to Noyo Ma, firing it up to the top wide, and Gamer reads it.
They evade him beautifully if Zulala picks that back up for their team, bringing it onto Halo, evading Noyama there as it hits another ceiling car, going down for the goal, making it 2-0 with 30.
It in off of that potential rebound. They couldn't quite line it up just right. Ulala says instead that they're going to go for a bit more of a momentum push, and that shot finds its way into the corner.
Kingston Gatos has an not early lead, but a lead at that. We have 2 minutes 30 left on the board. Let's see if Rapid can make a comeback, tie it up, and yes, they can.
Too long. Should have maybe just gone for the shot anyway, because they could have avoided this intercept. And now this shot on goal as Gamer finds an opportunity and Reds.
Really trying to make that comeback. They do not want to be eliminated, but Rapid, neither do they. They want to fight this kind of lead that they have, trying to go for another goal. Again, they fight it too even.
VRML Network, let's get it. Oh! Noyama picks it up on a breakaway, and Noyama fires it in. Early quick start, that's what they needed. Wrap it up, 1-0.
But they're able to recover that. Gamer having the ball, average is right there to contest him. Noyama being able to pick that up, hits another stealing card. We love to see those as they pass it on down, going for another goal, but they can't quite connect it. Isagado's perfect defense. Again, it's a scramble kind of near the goal. They really don't want it in there. They really want to bring this home for the Gatos, not going into a 5th round. Knocked out of their hands. Again, it's still anyone's game. We have 3 minutes left. Ulalu going for the goal. It's another double stealing cards. They go down, and they can't quite connect it. Gamer tries to struggle it back in.
Slug now coming in with the aerial assault. He holds it, he fires it down, and there's Gamer. Great pass, great goal. Puts it in off Sweet Tooth. Gangster Gatos.
Try and again push to eliminate Rapid. If they can score 2 more points, they've got themselves a lead in round number 4. But Noyo Ma and the great offense from Rapid.
Pressure, let's see if anyone can pick it up. Slug is able to as they pass that on over to Foot. Foot hits another beautiful stealing comes. They go down, going for the goal, and they're able to make it, making it 2.
Continue to battle for ball control until finally Ulala passes it down to Foot, and maybe an offensive attack here. That's a great read by Slug off the rebound off.
Halo bringing it all the way around, but Rapids players are quickly on their tail. Let's see if they can stick it in, and they can with Slug bringing.
Noyama battling hard. They don't want to see their season end here. He fires it over to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth shoots. Ulala gets a hand on it, and Gamer comes away with it.
Gangster Gatos are so hands of the team that needs it most. Noyo Ma looking to put a point on the board. We're into overtime. We're into hot potato time. If it hits the ground, it's over for this squad. And Rapid takes the shot. It's still up into the air and fire.